Well, good morning. Welcome to the early edition. Wednesday, 7th of April. And just as we told you yesterday that we were going to wake up under overcast skies with showers today, that is exactly what we have going. 7 degrees right now, looking for 11 degrees as the forecast high. AJ Haase has been a longtime supporter of this radio station and over the years of doing commercials for AJ Haase and the team at Vantage West. He's become a friend. I see him occasionally socially here and there, and it's always warm and an enjoyable conversation. But every once in a while, when your friends decide that they're going to step out and do something important in the community, then that friendship takes on a different context. And that is certainly the case right now. As the founder of Vantage West, AJ Haase, basically is stepping up in an area that surprised the heck out of me. He's decided that he and his company are going to do something to help local restaurants, of course, whom we know have been hard hit by COVID-19. AJ joins me for a couple of moments to give me some sense of this, the genesis of it. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Phil.
So where's the starting point on this?
The starting point, I saw a colleague of mine, Daryl Reuter, who's well known in the community for doing some really, kind of wacky ways to raise money for good causes. And I saw him do something on Facebook where he was doing some gift cards. And I thought, that's so brilliant. I'm going to get involved. So I contacted Daryl, and we got behind it. I mean, our industry has, it's almost a little grotesque how much our industry has improved over this pandemic. There's 3 times the amount of sales volume that this time last year. So I think
I was talking to a lawyer, a friend, the other day. He said, Phil, our office, we can't keep up with the files that are coming in because of the need to process and check out all, dot the I's, cross the T's on the contracts involved in the buy and sell. He said, we can't keep up. So clearly, you're telling truth. It's been a phenomenal time in the real estate industry.
Yeah, I mean, to give you some context, $1.5 billion worth of transactions so far this year, as compared to last year, around half a billion, so almost threefold.
So what you're really saying is that we're having a pretty good year here, and recognizing that there are those people who live in our community who are not having a good year, we've decided to do something important. So tell me how this is going to work.
So we are raising money. We've started a Facebook fundraiser, and I'm calling in the big guns here. I had Cass and I do a little bit of a story on us yesterday, and I even had Barbara Corcoran from New York give us a shout out. And we're
Barbara Corcoran?
Yeah. She's got to call in the chits once in a while. So yeah, I'm trying to raise as much awareness for it. 100% of the money is going to business owners that need. And we're asking people to recommend or to nominate businesses that they think could use a helping hand. And my hope is that, some business owners jump off their wallet here as well. I mean, we're getting lots of traction. We've had over 8,000 in donations so far, and we're going to start buying and giving away gift cards as of today. We're going to just start doing giveaways to not just inject some capital into these businesses, but also do some free advertising and awareness. And
okay,
I'm allocating a good chunk of our marketing budget towards this and hoping we can do some good.
So the light bulb just came on over my head. Daryl Reuter is buying gift cards to restaurants and giving them out. So you're going to take the funds that you're raising and do exactly that, purchase gift cards from restaurants and then give them away.
We're doing more than that. We're giving away cash as well. So the gift cards are a small piece of it to raise awareness and to drive traffic towards those establishments. But I think given that these restaurant owners have actually lost a ton of revenue and have had to throw away a bunch of food because that announcement came on such a short timeline, I can't imagine, thinking there's light at the end of the tunnel and then hearing that announcement the next day. So we want to get cash into the businesses that need it, and then the gift cards are just our way because we're good marketers to try and market these businesses and hope that that we can raise awareness for them as well.
How is it going to be administered? Does a restaurant apply to you to show need and say we need help, or we're going to disappear off the food services landscape? Have you got that side of it set in place?
Yeah, we're kind of building the parachute on the way down after jumping out of the plane here. But yeah, it's going to be based on the business owners, talking with them and finding out kind of where they're at. People are nominating them, and then I'm reaching out to the business owners, and in many circumstances, business owners are reaching out to us. So yeah, it's going to be based on just trying to ascertain who needs it and get the money quickly, because that's what it comes down to. These businesses need it now.
Conversation with the founder of Vantage West Realty here in our city, AJ Hasdy, who recognizes that it's been a pretty dynamic time for those who are in the business of buying and selling properties on behalf of clients. And they've decided to put something back. They've created a campaign. How does the public at large come to the table?
Right now, probably the fastest way to find it is on our Facebook page, on the Vantage West Realty Facebook page. You'll see that, it's pretty much all we're talking about right now is there's that fundraiser right there. You can go there, a couple of clicks. You can donate as little as $5 if you want, but everything helps right now.
All right, and you know what, and there are times that it is that $5 and $5 and $5 and $5 that can make a big difference. Kudos to you though, and your fellow sales reps, because you started it out with $10,000 in seed money that sort of kicked the thing off.
Yep, that's correct.
And since then, about $7,000 to $8,000 over the last 2 days has been raised.
That's right. You got it.
Okay. So initially, you had sent me an email last night saying, Phil, we had sort of set a goal of $20,000. Clearly, with the way the market seems to be responding, the $20,000 objective target, whatever you want to call it, is being set aside, and now you're just saying, let's see where we can take this thing.
Yeah, I'm getting really inspired here too, because I've had a couple business owners reach out to me and say that they want to put a bigger chunk towards it, and they're calling me direct saying, can we just write you a check? And they're going to try and challenge their other fellow people in the car industry, for example, and saying they're having a great year as well. Let's do some good. I mean, I think it's pretty cool. It's catching on, and it all started with Daryl, and we're taking it up a couple notches and hoping we can make a big dent in this problem.
When you affectionately described Daryl Reuter as somebody who's known to do unusual things to raise money and raise profile, do you remember when he grew his beard for Movember and then said, I'm going to shave half my head, half my hair, half of my beard?
When he got a tattoo of a unicorn on him? That's another level.
I do remember that, but I remember this guy with a half a head of hair and a half of a shaved face, and I thought, how long are you going to walk around town like that? It certainly attracted a lot of attention.
Oh yeah,
and it helped him raise some serious money too. So
for sure, no, it's commendable. I take my look too seriously. I wish I could do that. He's the master of self-deprecating humor. That's for sure.
Absolutely. So listen, obviously you had no trouble whatsoever getting your team at Vantage West to buy into this. This was not a tough sell. No, they were definitely 100% behind it, and you're going to see over the next few days more and more coming from that group as well. Now, are you posting online? Today we're at this, by tomorrow with this. I mean, is there? And I'll tell you. I mean, my biggest challenge here. I need Kleinfeld to be my interface with Facebook. I apologize. I don't do Facebook, but for people that do, they can watch it on a day-to-day basis. Yeah, I'm in there. It's me doing it, and I'm in there doing little updates every time there's $1,000 every time we hit a new threshold. I update the group, and yeah. Try and have a little fun with it too. It's a lot of fun, actually. I'm getting a lot of enjoyment and gratification out of it. Good for you. Good for you. So let's just take one quick moment. I've got about 90 seconds to play with here. Certainly, we all are proud. We see where Kelowna fits in the growth rates of similar sized cities across the country. Kelowna and the Okanagan are really chosen as one of the most attractive places ever to live. The mayor at council the other night, a week ago, I guess it was, as we sort of rubber stamped and gave approval to change downtown to an automobile-free, vehicle-free zone come summer. The mayor was quoted as saying he thinks we're going to go gangbusters this summer. He thinks there's such a pent-up demand. We're going to be flooded with people out of Alberta and out of Vancouver. That would put a smile on your face as well. Yeah, I mean, there's always the economic benefit of more people, but it always comes with a downside too. I think there's a lot of people who like Kelowna just the way it is and don't want to see a bunch of change. But yeah, economically, more people, big demand, pent up demand means property values will continue to go up. But of course, the downside to that is
first-time buyers are seeing that as it's becoming out of reach. So, there's always both sides of it.
Yeah, and I get that. But when you see the number of 6- and 7-story low-rise wood construction, when you see One Water Street downtown, I never cease to be amazed when I drive along Clement and remember how Clement was this abandoned gravel weed. It's just a mess. And Clement now, I would never have been able to forecast the kind of change that is taking place on Clement. To me, that sort of becomes emblematic of where we're going.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, we bought that little Art Deco house right across from the train station pub to move our office there because we absolutely see where Clement is going. And, I think that's going to be a really nice little pocket of downtown.
And there is a new intersection, Clement and Richter. Suddenly there's a major building on every corner there, and it's created this whole new intersection at the north end of town that, again, I could never have ever predicted that was going to happen, and you just see the changes that are going on.
It's been fun to watch. That's my commute home, so I love watching.
AJ, high five to you. AJ Hazy and the team at Vantage West, they invite you to join them. They launched a campaign 2 days ago looking to raise hundreds of thousands to support the food services restaurant industry in our town. You can be a part of it. How do they just go to Facebook?
Yeah, go to Facebook and search for Vantage West Realty, and you'll find our page and go on there, and the donate thing will be pinned to the top of the page. Come
to the party.
You betcha.
Be a part of it. Okay, AJ, thank you so much. I appreciate your time. AJ Hazy, Vantage West, they've had a good year, as many people have in the real estate industry trying to put something back.